Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nothing can be said except thank to Allah who has given us the mercies and blessings. Salawat and salam may be praised to our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam who has brought us from the darkness to the lightness. Let me starting with introducing myself. My name is Muhammad Azidan. I am studying Management of Islamic Education in Islamic State University of Antasari, Banjarmasin. I also want to greeting all the judges. This is one of the honorable moments that I do because I want to give a speech with the title Stopping Racism Through Smartphone. Now let me starting with the fact that 2020 seems disaster for humanity. The pandemic called coronavirus disease was first reported in a city called Wuhan in China and subsequently spread all over the world for about a year. On 29th May 2020, Johns Hopkins University Center for System Science and Engineering at least report 1.81 million cases around the world. Since coronavirus shutdowns began on March 2020, thousands of Asian Americans have faced racist verbal or psycho attacks or have been shown by others. This is not my opinion. This has been studied by Center for Study of Hate and Extremists at California State University. There have been an increase of 150% on hate crimes toward Asians in the United States in 2020. The Times also found more than 110 episodes since March 2020 in which there was a clear evidence of race-based hate. These are assaults in which a silence express explicit hostility with the language, and nearly half, including a reference to the coronavirus. Things like you are a virus or go back to China and so on. Now we cannot close our eyes from this phenomenon. People call these anti-Asians, meaning opposite to or hostile towards the people or culture of Asia. No one's deserved this, we know that. So I am standing here as the part of movement to stop this, and I am absolutely believe with the power of us we can take control and even stop this problem. But the question is how technology has changed our life. A smartphone that almost every human have, or maybe in your pocket right now, or maybe in your hand, this stuff has become a helper to us, a helper that makes us understand things that we want. I always heard speakers say that understanding is the first step to improving. And one of the good places to starting understanding this problem is the AAP I hate this non-profit organization which tracks incident of hate and discrimination towards Asian American in United States, then providing this data to the general public and advocacy group. Better news that we saw, maybe some of us are gonna face a racist incident. I hope we know it. But we have to realize with the power of smartphone, we can filming that incident at that time. And we know for sure to report a case to the authorities, we must have an evidence based on reality and track record will help it. And a very important one also make sure that we had an authorities number. One more thing that we can do to control and even to stop this problem is by sharing awareness. I'm sure that some of us maybe have been discussed this problem with a girl or with friends, best friends, family, even with lecture. That's amazing. But it doesn't mean that people that we didn't know don't have to understand this problem. our society it's important to understand racism. And in fact, the study found nearly 7% of attacks were online harassment. So by smart point, if you shame enough to share your thoughts about this problem, I have an alternative points by using and sharing some quotes, like we're gonna do on Versailles. I'm gonna be honest. Sharing awareness of racism is way more beneficial to others than sharing our story of broken hearts. And one of the quotes I like about racism is from Nelson Mandela. She said, "No one is born hating another person because of his color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate. And if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes naturally to the human heart than it opposites." So that's all my speech today. I hope it can be helpful to all of us. I apologize for the mistakes that I've made. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.